Hello and welcome back to Aquaria. This is part 14. I'm Breadmaster.
And I'm Gibby Jones. So we have sun form, which means you can shine bright. So
yes,
basically, hooray! We can get past dark spaces.
we can see in the dark. Also, I'm doing a little cooking and messed up that recipe right there because I forgot what exactly I needed to make. I mean, hot soup, not hearty soup. Actually, I don't think it appears in this video or the next one, but if you mess up while making a recipe and make sea loaf, Nija sometimes says, "Not another sea loaf." So I mentioned before that rotten meat is used in a lot of poisonous recipes, like poison soup. It just poisons you, unless you put it with a pierogi. Zuna's pierogi gives you energy shot plus 3 for 45 seconds, but it still poisons you. So if you have a leeching poultice on hand, you don't have to worry about that, really.
Interesting. So they made really powerful recipes. They just have a downside, basically.
Yeah, there's not too many that do that, I don't think, if I'm remembering correctly. Zuna might be the only one that is poisoned in exchange for plus 3 energy shot, and I think plus 3 energy shot is like the highest boost any food item can give you per.
So what are you doing here?
I'm trying to get up that waterfall, but you can't for some reason. And on the map you can clearly see that there is space above the waterfall. But I don't think there's any possible way to actually get up there. Interestingly, though, the space looks like a face.
So can I say now every time I see a tiny space, I'm like, yeah, fish form!
I think it's implied. Yeah, so today we're going to be doing mostly side stuff.
Alright.
Like this area. That's an eyeball.
Sight poultice recipe.
Yes.
Does that make you see in the dark?
It cures blindness.
Oh, blindness.
Which I haven't actually been affected by, because I've been good at avoiding squid and octopi shooting ink at me.
Yes. I was gonna say that, what does blindness look like? Does it blank out the screen, or...?
It doesn't completely blank out the screen, but it does make it hard to see. I actually show it off shortly.
I see.
And by show off, I mean actually accidentally get hit there.
Ah.
So this is blindness. It's not
that crippling.
Yes, but it is kind of a nuisance.
And it goes away pretty quickly, or did you use an item?
No, it goes away on its own pretty quickly. But if you get attacked by a bunch of enemies that cause it, it can be chained. And if you're already taking damage, the sight poultice is actually pretty good, since it still heals too.
Okay. I was gonna say, it's like a speeding mushroom in Mario Kart.
Over here, it's a very dark place.
Yeah.
Now technically, you can just go right through the Sun Temple without getting Sun Form, and then get here and be utterly lost.
I like how you immediately go back into...
Yeah. So Sun Temple has a passive, small light field around it, in addition to a narrow beam that points towards the cursor. And you can charge it.
Like your head is a flashlight.
Yeah, and you can charge it to brighten up a bigger area for a little bit.
That's kind of neat. Oh gosh.
This is Octomum, and a remix of the mini-boss fight music. Oh, I need to do a count, but there's a certain number of these things, I forget which. But Octomum...
Why is that octopus just sitting there, just...
It might be... Well, it can't be stuck, really, because they're boneless.
Yeah.
But Octomon alternates between spawning ink enemies like squid and octopi, and then spewing ink herself and making everything pitch black.
Yeah.
And in order to actually deal damage, you need to hit the weak point behind her beak, which only appears if you get close enough for her to do a tentacle attack. And I actually forgot what hotkey is for sun form. So if you listen closely, you can hear me cycling through all the forms, trying to figure out, like, wait, which one is it? Oh, I just remember. I'll just use the song itself. And this fight is actually, it's useful to have a sight poultice or two.
Gotta get close.
Yeah, I deal some damage there.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Nope, not that button. That's spirit form.
You just press all of the buttons. I like how you go to the side and you're like, fine, sing.
I think of the remix versions of the songs in the original soundtrack, this one is one of my favorite, or this one is my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know why specifically.
Whoa.
But yeah, if you get caught by the tentacle, this happens. Don't do that.
For a second I thought that was just some, like, you got stuck in geometry, but no.
Now the spicy soup gives you Beast Shot, which is not very explanatory on its own. But remember those those sea dragons back in the kelp forest?
Yeah.
Beast Shot gives you their projectile attack.
Ah.
So I was wrong about being able to eat them and get it that way.
Ah, you defeated the octopus.
Mm-hmm.
Octopi are pretty smart.
Yeah.
Like,
Look what we get.
Dumbo octopus pet egg.
This is an actual sea creature, and I looked it up, and they're adorable. They have these...
yeah, those little things.
They swim with little fins on their heads. And this is our fourth and final pet.
And it provides light, doesn't it?
Yes, it's the only pet that doesn't attack them. It's a smaller circle, I think, than just the passive on sun form. But if you need to be in another form to do something and it's dark, the Dumbo pet is actually pretty nice.
I was gonna say, that's pretty useful.
Mm-hmm.
I almost wish that there are more, like, utility pets like that.
Yeah, it feels like there
just
could have been
pets.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done more with the pets, but what the pets they have are interesting enough. So technically, you don't necessarily need sun form right away. You can go fight Octomum and get the Dumbo octopus, and it'll do you for a while, but there are certain things we need sun form for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, absolute end of the game, we need sun form for.
Think Lee has a crashed helicopter anywhere?
He just has the submarine. I have no idea how he broke that either.
Ran it into something.
It's like it's in the Vale, which is probably one of the more peaceful areas of the game. Anyway, we're back in the Sun Temple because there's a couple things that I missed first time through.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one treasure in this place. There are... And then there's those chambers before the boss fight that I didn't get to. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also translated C... Oh, no, I forget which letters. I translated C and a couple other letters that you got last time.
Aha! Yeah, because it creator,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that was one of them. Not the first time we've heard of a creator either. Over here, now that we have light sources, there's a passage.
Waha!
Technically, I think you could find this without any light source. You just bump up against it until you find it. But it's easier to find with Sunform or something. And we get a gear.
Oh. Nisha's just like, I liked it.
Yeah.
Steal.
I think she might have hoarding tendencies.
Yeah, seems that way. And a bit of a klepto, too.
One thing about... I just ate a swordfish steak, which you get from killing swordfish. It is a raw ingredient that gets used in the leadership role recipe, but you can also eat it on its own, which is unique for ingredients, because all other raw ingredients you can't eat.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it heals 2 health, which is actually pretty nice. So, the top, quarter of the Sun Temple is above water, and the jumping puzzle. And Nyjah will fall off any surface that is not angled so that she lands on top of it. So it's a kind of difficult jumping puzzle. So I cut out 3 or 4 minutes of that. Also, that hole right there leads back to the rest of the temple, and you have to go all the way around, and I dropped down it twice in the attempts.
I see why you skipped over some things.
Yeah. I didn't do it the first time, or I didn't do it in the first Sun Temple video because I don't want to show that all off. This also took 3 or 4 minutes.
You can do it!
I have no idea how the Lumerians made any movement in their temple. Though I suppose if they could make those floating water bubbles, they could just use that.
Yeah. Ooh, another lost memory. Oh no, don't touch the boat. Oh, okay. So that's what made Lee become a diver.
Yeah, when they met, I guess for the second time, Nyjah did mention that Lee's face looked familiar. There's also an achievement for jumping from here. Or no, is it here? It might be the bubble at the top of the temple, or another place I show off in this video. Is this gap? I thought there was something here. There's nothing here.
Man, how are you, not dead?
I think there's a couple of species of fish that have... Whoa!
Oh, it's a shark!
It's a big shark. Yeah,
A real big shark.
he seems to have trouble charging vertically. Ah! He does a lot of damage though.
Grab the fin.
But I think, maybe there's lungfish, but they aren't very graceful on land either.
pretty agile. Like,
The only thing
on
about
land.
doing the jumping above water is that you don't have any aftertouch. You don't have any air control.
Mm-hmm.
So once you commit to a jump, that's it.
Yeah.
And Nisha has a tendency to slip off any surface that is, or slip off any surface that has her angled towards the ground. So if you don't jump within the first few seconds of landing, you slip right off and can't do anything about it.
Well, I mean, that fits with a lot of other
Yeah.
games, too, so...
And I don't think the critical path to finish the game requires any of that.
You're swimming through the peaceful ocean,
And
then you just commit genocide.
it's not genocide. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Fishing out of season without a license. That'll be a fine.
Nisha's committed so many crimes already.
Will you confess your crimes? Yeah, I've killed like 3 gods. What? What would that be called? 'Cause I
Deicide?
mean, like, what?
Deicide?
Deicide?
Like a deity?
Yeah. I mean, you know, killing royal family is like, what, regicide?
Regicide, yeah. There's a plant up here, and we've already gotten a shark fin soup already. But there's still more up. The weirdest creature in
Nyjah
Aquaria.
has some serious hops.
It's a bird.
Oh my gosh. It's like a giant condor, too.
Yeah, I think this is called a ruck, R-U-K-H. And there's an achievement for biting it, I think? No, there's an achievement for biting a parrot. But the ruck is special because it gives us a very special ingredient that we can find absolutely nowhere else.
An egg!
Yes. The ruck's egg is used in, I think, one very specific recipe that is then an ingredient in another recipe that have some of the more powerful effects in the game. I don't remember if the ruck respawns and you can get a second egg. Oh yeah, so the name of the person who wrote this was Maru,
Maru?
the architect. M-A-R-U-I.
It's either Maru or Marui. But I feel like the I is...
Possibly. Nope. Yeah, right there. I didn't jump fast enough. There's nothing. It's the things that you find up in these chambers aren't really interesting. It's just song plants that have food in them. But now that we've killed the boss, the water level is stable. Nope. Oh, great.
It's like, oh, so close.
Yeah, the gear jumping puzzle was a bit of a nightmare. Though that is a special bulb, which is very rare. But yeah, that does it for the Sun Temple.
Yep, and now just jumping around.
You can see more of the translation here.
Yeah, that boss was so sad.
Well, all the bosses have been... All of the main bosses have been kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mythalos was horribly corrupted by his priests. The Forest God was... Forest God didn't do anything wrong. I mean...
Yeah.
She just had her entire race get wiped out. But yeah, next time, we're going to be going... We finished the Land of the Light. Now we're going to go to the Land of No Light at all.
Till next time.
See ya!